Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday. Hey, Jody. How are you doing this afternoon? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get logged into this fish fam. If I could get logged in, that'd be great. All right. Video is currently live. Shows we're on live on Fish Fam. All right. So we are here. Doing great. How about you? Not bad. Just trying to get motivated for today. Just got off the phone with Naomi and asked her if she wanted to join me on live, but she she's not going to. Uh, she is focusing on her TikTok live. So with TikTok live, you have to be on live for like such an amount of time. Like there's brackets, and Naomi has tried to explain it to me, and but so there's brackets like levels, and you have to be on live so much to stay in a certain level or something like that. I don't. It's confusing. TikTok live is confusing to me. I'm sure if I ever did TikTok live, I'd understand it, but I don't. I'll stick with my YouTube lives and my Facebook lives. So I did talk to Branton this morning. Uh, Branton said his snails are doing great. So when I go, it won't be this week. Like I haven't forgotten about you, Jody. But I will get you your snails. Uh, but it sounds like yeah, I can't wait for you to get yours either. I apologize. It's taking forever. So I was going to do a fish order uh, last week or this week. We're still in this week. So, but financially, I couldn't have done it. So we held off on ordering fish. And the people that I'm ordering fish for next week doesn't have white wizard snails. Uh, I'm really trying to figure out if I can do away with getting or going to a different wholesaler, but I might not. I have a lot of requests, and my day starts. J&N Aquatics is Jeremy. Yeah, I'm open. Okay. All right. Apparently, I'm about to sell a fish tank. Got a guy coming in. He's going to get a fish tank. Hey, Logan. Um, but I'm going to get you your snails. I promise. And I think I'm going to package it differently this time. I'm actually going to put a heating pack in it this time and actual insulation to keep them warm. So, Jody, Logan, what's y'all's opinions on Emeka Splendens? So I'm thinking about. I've been talking to Nathan Hovey, and he breeds Emeka Splendens, and we've been talking about he's going to send me like 2 trios and some fry. I'm just curious whether they'll sell. Like, would that be a good move to bring in the store? Or do you think I will be sitting on them forever? Love to try them, but I want them to have their ESUs. What's ESU? Is their location identification? Oh, okay. So you pretty much want like the wild? Is that what you're saying? Hey, Fish Fam. Want to get involved in the CARES program? I got you. Okay. That'd be neat to do. I don't want just an aquarium strain. That makes sense. I need to look into that as well. I mean, because I would love to have like wild type fish, like the betas, for example, like the wild betas. So I can't get wild betas, um, not from the wholesalers. I would love to get my hands on some wild betas. I've actually had a customer ask me for a wild beta, but I can't get my hands on them. I'm sure unless I probably just like buy them at retail. You know, I could buy them retail and try to breed them myself, but so I know y'all have probably heard me mention about a website. So I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek at our website. uh, After I get a Dr. Pepper. Hold on just a second. Let me get my DP. And if anyone had laughed because I tripped over my little bar stool over here, that's not very nice. Because my foot definitely got caught up and I about tripped on live on camera. I have a pair of beta. I think it's coming this week. Beautiful and no color robin. That'd be awesome, Jody. So when you successfully breed them, I'm going to be coming knocking on your door. Okay, you can finally buy them from Dan's. So Dan's have wild betas? Now I'm going to have to look, see what he's selling them. Dan's fish. Dan's fish. They're spendy though. Oh, I bet. I bet they're not. I bet they're not cheap. And you said they have a lot of new fish coming this week. What are you getting? $99.99. Yeah, those a little high. My husband's going to be pissed at me. So, not into the hobby? See, if you give him like a back rub, he might forgive you. Julie Loaches, Santa Maria, and Larry's Black Flame. Okay, yeah, you're getting quite a bit, huh? What kind of coolie loaches? You getting the regular or the stripe? Oh, the list is going. These are his streams. Hillstreams, I want to get the Bloody Mary. Just remember, Jody, are you opening up a fish store? store someday. Hey, I know what you mean. I'm addicted to it too. What I can say is, though, so I had more fun breeding than I do running the store. Uh, Running the store is a lot of headache. Uh, but so when I was doing it out of the house, uh, it was, I would say, more fun, probably. But now that I got a store, it takes up like 90% of my time. Uh, Very stressful because there's some weeks that you'll do really good, and there's some weeks that you don't do good. And then you have to stress and worry about the overhead, like the bills and stuff like that, and the stress of the fish ordering. Yeah, it's a lot of headache, a lot of stress, a lot of time consuming. Um, but we make it work. So, and location is key. Location is the big factor of running a store. And what's stressful about location is, so if you go to open, so my store is like outside of city, kind of. So I'm in Paducah, but I'm on like the south side end of Paducah. Uh, the main city part of Paducah is like 15 minutes away, but that's where all your like your mall is, your uh, all your restaurants, all your clothing stores. That's where everything is, and the rent out there is like crazy high. Um, I'm talking about. I was actually looking at it yesterday at different locations, actually in the city, and um, people were charging. So for a rental space, it was like $14 per square foot, right? And you have to pay yearly. So say you have uh, hold on, let me get my calculator out here. So say $14 per square foot, right? And you find a building that's uh, we'll say 1,500 square foot, right? That's $21,000 a year, and of course you'd be making monthly payments. So you take 21,000 a year divided by 12. No, that's not right. Hold on. Hey, how's it going? So 21,000 a year divided by 12. That is $17.50 a month. And that is just, that's crazy. You have one open door for they aren't the greatest. Hey, fishy things. Yeah, so $17.50 a month to actually have a fish store inside of Paducah, and that's a small building. I mean, that's a lot of buildings like 3,000 square foot. So I'll say, so they charge $11 for per square foot for 3,000 square foot building. That's 33,000 a year. So 33,000 a year divided by 12 months. That's $2,750 a month just for rent. That's not including electric, your water, your trash. Like it's the overhead is crazy when you open up a store, and that's why a lot of small mom and pop shops don't last. Is because the overhead, they can't. It's hard to survive. You say you're getting a tank? The algae eater? Oh, I thought you said a tank. Oh, I don't have any algae eaters. No. Now, I will Tuesday. I have some super red plecos. I have lemon blue eye plecos. I have longfin albino plecos coming in Tuesday. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were coming to buy a tank.
I got me some Oscar now.
You got Oscars?
No, I got the small one.
Do you?
They so little you can't even see them.
Right. So yes, y'all hit that like button and subscribe if you don't already subscribe. That'd be awesome. Hey Nathan. If I were to open a store, it won't be until both my kids I grab my school. We already have. Yeah, so yeah, Jody knows. I mean, Jody runs the business. So it's like the overhead is crazy. And that's why some people don't understand why your local mom and pop shops, the fish are high. Like the prices are high. And we have no other option but to make them high just to cover the overhead. And with Paducah not being a very, I guess you'd say like a mid-class city, they don't like buying really expensive fish. But so we're hoping, luckily, so this place here, luckily my rent isn't that high. So my rent here is like $550 a month. That's not including electric, but water is included in it, which is great, because I go through water like crazy. But hey George. But yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek of my website. see. Present. Share screen. Share screen. What's that? That catfish? Let's see. So he is 20.
I'm trying to get something going to take with my little Oscars, but I can't find nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll check back with you next week.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how I can share this. All right. Guess I'm gonna go to Fish Fam here. We'll go JNN Aquatics. Go to websites. And then now I think I just figured it out. Maybe. Where'd y'all go? I lost you guys. I don't know where y'all went. Thank you. Okay. Does this sound good? Is it really? I don't know. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Maybe. Well, y'all got two judges in one. Okay. I think I got it. Everything okay? Y'all see me? Y'all hear me? I had no idea what I did, but I did it. All right. So, as I was saying, I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek here of Jane Aquatics website. I think I had too many tabs open. I think is what the issue was. All good. All right. Thank you, Jody. So now let's present share screen. Share screen. All right. All right. So we have my website here. Now this is going to be in the works, so I have to get my inventory like spot on. Um, but it's in a work in progress. So if you click on shop now, and so my Square system, it's all over the place. I got to organize my Square. So once I organize my Square and then get my counts right, then and I gotta get pictures. I gotta get pictures of everything. So like the J&N Aquatics hat, for $20. I gotta get a picture of the hat. The Corys, the plants, stuff like that. It's a lot of work I gotta do, as y'all can see, because I have no pictures of anything here. And so when I click on freshwater fish, it just shows I only have neon platies and black phantom tetras, right? If I do availability and stock, shop all. So, we got tanks, axolotls, we got all kinds of stuff. So this is everything that I have in my system right now. So I really need to focus on getting pictures, getting my counts right. Are you going to sell saltwater fish on the website? So I am really thinking about setting up a few saltwater tanks. Now they're not going to be like fully set up where they're going to have like your live rock and your corals and stuff. They're pretty much going to probably be almost like quarantine tanks almost. So, so if I have any saltwater fish, I don't know, Logan. I don't know. That's because saltwater is really not big in this area. I've had a couple people ask if I can order saltwater, which I can order saltwater. But actually keeping them in the store, I'm hesitant about. Because there's not a whole lot of saltwater customers here. So if I was to start supplying saltwater in the store, I'll more than likely be sitting on them for a while. So that it's an iffy. But yeah, so this, I know some things I have on here, it's got pictures. Shop all. But yeah, so it's in the works. The website is in the works, y'all. It's just going to take some time. Sold out of most fish. Yeah, are you talking about Pet Food Center? So we do have saltwater place in, yeah. So we do have a saltwater place in Murray, and they pretty much specialize in saltwater. So it's kind of iffy, really, because I don't know much about saltwater. I know a little bit about saltwater, but I'm no saltwater expert. I don't specialize in saltwater. Well, I gotta wake up, so I'll be back. Gills, are you dreaming right now? You're dreaming on being on my live? You not awake? Yeah, saltwater. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Because I know financially, I can't do saltwater right now, but uh, it has been it's on the back burner right now. So I know my main focus right now is getting that website up, website up, and get to start shipping. With the weather warming back up now, it was nice this morning. Walking out of the house this morning in a short sleeve shirt, it was nice. I liked it. But yeah, the Jamaica Splendens. I really want to see. I don't know if Nathan messaged me back or not, because you don't see them around here. Uh, I am not technology smart. Hate technology. Assuming price I'll try to do. Yep, no, he hasn't gotten back with me. About breeding African cichlids this summer outside. What kind of African cichlids? Are you trying to do like OB peacocks? Are you trying to do Mbunas? And that's another thing that a lot of people are not in the market for here, and that's cichlids. Now I'll have some people, looking for cichlids. Like the biggest thing around here is your nanofish. Like people are starting to get rid of their bigger fish in their tanks around here and getting into schooling. Uh, so they're looking for a bunch of schooling fish like your neon tetras and stuff like that. That's how I got Megamind. So Megamind, the guy that had Megamind, he his wife wanted to do a schooling tank, so that's why they ended up getting rid of Megamind. And he outgrew the 55-gallon tank, but his wife wanted to do a schooling tank, so. I'm also waiting on the breed guppies and mollies. Yeah, those things. I mean, you're always going to sell guppies and mollies. So Naomi is not a big fan of guppies and mollies. Uh, but hey, Aquafunk. So so Naomi, she pretty much says they're generic. Like she's not a big fan of guppies and mollies. I like guppies and mollies. I mean, there's so many varieties of guppies and mollies, but like even your big box chain stores, uh, I mean, they sell guppies and mollies like crazy. I sell guppies and mollies like crazy. They're easy to take care of, um, and they're easy to breed. And that's why a lot of people like the live bears, because they ain't got to worry about the eggs and stuff like that, you know. So, I mean, guppies and mollies are always going to sell, no matter where you're at. They're small fish. I mean, they're easy to take care of. You got still a lot of dwarf crayfish, or was it the blue crayfish? So the dwarf crayfish, the orange ones, the Mexican dwarf crayfish, the orange ones are always a hit. I mean, I have a local breeder here that does the orange and blue crayfish. But so my local breeder's getting out of the blues because he's having a hard time keeping the blue. So when I ordered the blue crayfish from him, they ended up turning brown or like a dark gray. They didn't keep the blue color, and he's having a lot of trouble keeping the blue. So he's getting out of the blue crayfish. But the orange ones, on the other hand, the orange one sells. And you can pretty much put them with anything. I mean, they pretty much self-sustain themselves. I mean, there's some fish I'll go pick on them, but I mean, the crayfish will defend themselves. And I'm really thinking about, so my next order that I'm about to do is like the lobsters. So there's like electric blue lobsters. Sorry, guys. J&N Aquatics is Jeremy. Yes, ma'am. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take them in. Thank you. All right, so I have a customer rehoming a beta. So blue crayfish can live outside, right? Yeah, I mean anything can really live outside. Uh, if you let people know that mollies make a better cleanup crew than most scavenger fish, people will not believe. And that's true. Mollies are good. Even for like your hair algae. So mollies will pick on that friggin' hair algae like crazy. In fact, like I got a tank right behind my laptop here, and I mean they're tearing up the hair algae off my filter right now. They do. They eat everything. They are really good cleanup crews. But I'm trying to think what I want to breed this spring. Like, what do I want to tub outside? You have any suggestions? So I'm thinking. So I know I'm thinking about angels. Uh, I have a friend here. He he's got tanks and tubs all in his backyard, and he has put angels in a big tank outside his yard, and they breed like crazy. Celestial pearl, some CPDs. Yep. So I know I'm going to start breeding for sure the Ameca splendens. Uh, Celestia Pearl down. Does do well. No fuss, no muss. Gold white clouds. Yeah, the white clouds are. So the white clouds I have not sold. Believe it or not, I thought the white clouds. I mean, as pretty as they are, I figured maybe it's the location I have them in. I don't know, but so I got them in a tank back here, right there, and they have not sold, and it might be because of the location. I mean, hardly anybody comes back here and looks at the tanks. They always go to my main wall over here or at the front of the store. So I might have to end up moving those into on the main wall, see if they sell. I did have some long fin white cloud minnows, and I had a guy. He lives in Illinois, and he was on the hunt for long fin white cloud minnows for the longest time. And when we first started, he asked if we could get our hands on some. Well, it took us forever. Uh, took us forever to get our hands on the long fins. And when I finally was able to get the long fins, he bought them all. And so he's going to be, I think that's his project this spring is to breed the long fins. Do Dumbo ear mosaic guppies. Dumbo mosaic. Dumbo ear mosaic guppies. I know shrimp. I know we're definitely doing shrimp. It's a lot of work. Yeah, we so my buddy that breeds them, uh he says the same thing. It's a lot of work with the angelfish. Hello, Joy. And I did have an angelfish breeder here, but he uh, he ended up having some complications with his tubs and ended up losing them all. But now he's starting his own fish rescue. Uh, Here in Paducah. We get Chinese hyphen sharks. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that. I'll have to look into that. But I'll make a note. Look up Chinese hyphen sharks/switch. I'll look into that. But yeah, so like breeding, I, I'm worried. I'm wanting to stock a private pond with them. Okay, I'll look into it, Logan, for you. But that I'm definitely going to be breeding different types of shrimp. Uh, I right now I have blue velvets in a tank that's producing babies like crazy. Here goes my power. Uh, and on this next fish order, I have I think like Bloody Mary shrimp, uh, orange Riley, red Riley. I know it's because it was doable. That would be before. Anybody ever heard of people breeding autos before? If that was doable, that would be a good. I don't know. That would be a good thing, because autos are a big hit. Um, I can't keep them in stock, and that's because they're really good algae cleaners. I don't know what is going on. My store is haunted, y'all. But the electric company must be doing something. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, autos, I cannot keep in stock. And just my next order, I'm having to order 100 of them, and they're going to go quick. I know they are. And that's because the reason why they go so quick is because of their size. Uh, they stay small, and a lot of people around here have small tanks. I mean, they have anywhere between like a 5.5 gallon to uh, like a 36 gallon boat front. I mean, now there is some people that got bigger tanks, like a 55, a 125, so on, but the majority of the people around in this area have smaller tanks. And so autos are a very big hit in this area. But I've never tried to breed autos. I'm sure it's doable, but that'd be a good experiment to try to do. Just get a bunch of autos and then throw them in a tank outside. But there's a lot of projects I want to do, so I want to get into breeding crickets. Crickets are huge in this area. I want to get into breeding. I don't know. Jody's still in here, but she invited us to come catch all the crickets we need out of her yard. But I want to get into breeding crickets. I want to get into breeding mealworms. Mealworms, I haven't found the crowd for mealworms yet. I've had a couple people request mealworms, uh, but not, I don't know, not enough to probably start breeding. Offer still stands. Well, I even I posted it that I could get mealworms, I can get Dubai roaches, I can get hornworms, I can get anything and everything. Uh, it's just no one's biting the hook. Crickets on the I sell a lot of crickets. Now, I've bred crickets, but always buy them on wholesale. But if I could successfully breed crickets, that'll save us even more money. So I need everyone, Aquafunk, Jody, Joy Fish Keeping, all y'all need to move to Paducah. Move to Paducah, and then we'll all open up a huge pet store. We'll all specialize in certain fields. Sounds like a great idea. We'll get so far we have CPDs, stumble ear, mosaic guppies. Oh, Ameca splendens. Ameca splendens. So far that's on my list. Another thing I want to get into is mystery snails. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. So, funk, fish masters you could breed out. Okay, purple mystery snails, Jeremy. The purple mist, the purple mystery snails are a good seller too. I can't keep those in stock. Those Oscars future burritos. Yeah, the Oscars. So Oscars wouldn't be. They're not a big seller here. Oh, George is talking Spanish here. That's yeah, purple, magenta, ivory, and black. Do you have a lot of them, Jody? First time shipping. Ever thought about setting up a live brine shrimp station? Back in the day, I would sell small cups all day long. I do. So I do breed my own live brine shrimp. I have a hatchery back here that I set up. And literally, I have two customers that come and get live brine shrimp. And see, so I priced on my live brine shrimp. I looked at About Fish. I think they are in Wisconsin, maybe. But About Fish sells live brine shrimp, and he sells it for $5.99 an ounce. And so I wasn't sure what the price live brine shrimp at, but so I matched him. So I thought $5.99 an ounce. I mean, he seems to be selling a lot of it, so I figured that'd be a good price for it. So I started selling my live brine shrimp at $5.99 an ounce. But I've only had two customers that really they come in weekly and get live brine shrimp. They've noticed how well the breeding goes when you feed them live brine shrimp. That's going to be a lot of snails, Jody. Jody, I might be buying snails off of you. So far, they're okay with fish. Not eating them here. Yeah, Jody, I might be reaching out to you for some mystery snails. That's if you want to sell them. I shipped plants to George. Sorry if we lost you. Oh. What kind of plants did you get? And say, Jody, if you once you get those white wizard snails and get them breeding, but I'm gonna be your number one customer here. Maybe. All depends. Though. Because I can only offer wholesale pricing. That plant is Hydrophilia angustifolia. Hydrophilia driving. Be right back. You driving to Paducah? The name, skin, Buenos Aires, Congo, and Odessa, Domino. Let's see. Hydrophilia. Let's look that up here. Hydrophilia. And listen, the hydrophilias, I like the hydrophilias. Like the coriambosas. Those are really nice plants. Angustifolia. Oh, that's the coriambosa. That's the. Well, that's what got popped up. There's a hydro willow. Also known as the willow hydro. It's called the willow hydro. Is a stem plant requiring high amounts of light, CO2, and nutrients. Can you share the screen if you're driving into the at a semi? I see us either. Yeah, she's not driving to Paducah, Mason. I was joking with her. Yeah, I'll share the screen. So present, share screen. So this is the plant that they're talking about. It's called the Hydrophilia angustifolia. But see, when I searched it, it brought up the coriambosas. And this is what I sell right here at the store. Beautiful plants. So I think this is what they're talking about right here. The height is to 8 to 12 inches. They like tropical water. They grow slow unless you put CO2 in your tank there. Grows fast. All right. Joy Fishkeeping says it grows fast. Is that with CO2 or without CO2? For me, 3 tanks have CO2. The one in the plant eaters, no CO2. That's a nice plant. So the Hydrophila. So this is the Coriambosa. So I don't know if this is the same plant. Let me remove. So I don't know if this. So this is the Hydrophila Coriambosa. I don't know if this is the same plant y'all were talking about. Like I say it's a pretty plant. And here's one of my favorite red plants here. So this is the Amanus gracilis. It's a beautiful red plant. It don't do no justice outside of the tank, but inside the tank, the red really pops. I say the water wisteria is probably my favorite. I think is another. Has an HCl2 under on it. Okay. Yeah, we another plant that's been selling quite a bit. It's the Jungle Val. Jungle Val's been selling pretty good here lately. Our Jungle Val that I've had at the store were probably like this long. Let me see if I could go. So here's the Jungle Val. It's huge. Work calls, got to run. Thanks for sharing, Jeremy. Thanks everyone for being. Thank you, Jody. Appreciate you. That's the Jungle Val. That's a big plant. Low light plants. Let's do some. Let's see, low lights. So, by aquarium plants. So your low light plants, if it'll load up. I know your Vallisnerias, low light, uh, Anubias, Java ferns, they're low light plants. Water wisteria, Ellidae. Cryptocorns, like your Cryptocorn Winty. So for your foreground plants, easy plants. If you're looking for easy plants, your foreground plants are pygmy chainswords, Marsilia minuta. I don't know what that is. Your midground plants, your Anubias, your Japonicas, and your background plants like your Vals, your Java fern, Amazon swords, Rotalas, Cryptocorns, Java moss is a low light plant. Now with your red plants, I mean your red plant, you're not going to get red plants with low light, and that's what I've been trying to tell some of these customers here because they love the look of red plants. But so a lot of my customers, they get their tanks at like PetSmart or Petco, right? And they get the full setup. Well, the lights that come with that tank are not the best of lights. I mean, they're generic lights, they're cheap lights. They're the ones that change colors and all that. So if you're going to keep red plants, you need a full spectrum light. And you definitely need to fertilize, and so highlight fertilization, and a lot of them you need CO2. If you don't have CO2, it seems like the red plants die. Another low light plant that you can do is Ellidae, or another name for it is Najas. Uh, Let me share this screen so you actually can see. So your Ellidaes is a good, easy beginner plant. doesn't require a whole lot of light. You'll find a lot of it in like ponds. A lot of people keep the yellow day in their ponds. Uh, and the reason being is because goldfish and a koi really doesn't mess with it. Uh, so these Ellidae are really nice to have. The fish don't bother it too much. Doesn't require a whole lot of light. And there you go. I forgot shared screen. And it soaks up. So it soaks up the like your nitrites and stuff out of your water very, very well. Or not your nitrites, I'm sorry, your nitrates. It is a stem plant, so that thing, if you have a lot of fertilization, that plant, I mean, just grows, grows, and grows, and grows, and you can just keep breaking them off in sections and just let them all just, and eventually it'll take over. Yeah, I think you got some from us, Mason. That's one of our top sellers right there. It's the Ellidae plants. That's because you can have it floating. You can weigh it down and plant them. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Yeah, it's a really, really good plant. So when we sell it in the store, I don't think we have it listed as Ellidae. We have it as Najas. It looks like Najas is a different plant. So apparently Najas is a different plant. Or there it is right here. Egeria Najas. It's another name for it. My beta sleeps in it. So I'm working on trying to get Dustin's fish tanks on live here. I'm waiting on an email back. I sent out an email to Dustin and told him I would like to bring him on live here so we could pick his brain on plants. They responded once, and they asked me more questions on what kind of stuff we'd be talking about. And I'm just waiting on a response from them. But if I could get Dustin's fish tanks, interviewed, that'd be awesome. Jane and Aquatics is Jeremy. Yes, ma'am. So they range between 50 to 75. It just depends on the type. Um, the most expensive one are the leucistics, which I'm out of. Those are the pink ones. I think I have albinos, which are 60, I believe. Um, and I have some coppers, I believe, are 60 as well. All right, thank you. Had a customer asking about oxalotls. So I am the only one around here in this area that sells oxalotls. And I am in the process of growing out some females uh, so I can start breeding. Are you able to get mud skippers? Um, I think I've seen them on my list once before. Uh, I don't see them very often, but I have seen them before. I've never kept mud skippers. I don't know much about them, so that'd be some research I'd have to do. So mud skippers was that fish that people had way back in the day. So when I get my older customers in here, they'll tell me about their experience with mud skippers. Like they would have mud skippers in their tanks. They're creepy looking. They're fish I can walk on land. So I'm assuming I'd have to set up a mud tank. Now, they are goofy looking. That one here is huge. Gold spotted mud skipper. Brackish water. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna get off here and get motivated on doing stuff around here at the store. Don't way too much about them thanks to my ADHD. But I appreciate y'all for coming in and hanging out with me. We'll I gotta get up and get motivated. I got stuff I need to accomplish here at the store. But appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming in, and I'll see y'all next time.